It's the rider One Shot Dealz, and I'm rocking with Street Source TV. Tap in. Hello. Whoa!
Alright, One Shot Dealz, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, Ryder. What's the word?
Alright, so let them folks know where you from.
From the east side of Harlem. 105 and First to be exact, 10-5.
You still locked in with them folk?
Of course, that's my neighborhood. You heard that shit on the back of the chain, you heard?
Okay.
Yeah, Ryder Nation, that shit's sad on me. That's for life.
So is that where Rider Nation originated from?
Yeah, that's a fact. That started, we actually first started calling each other Riders. And that's how Riders began before Ryder actually began on some rap shit, you dig? So it was a lingo before, like a brand.
Talk to us about Spanish Harlem, because I know about Harlem, New York, but I never knew it was like a subculture.
Shit, east side of Harlem, Spanish Harlem, El Barrio, that shit is like wild mix. Like it's wild, like it depends on what block you go down or what neighborhood you in. You'll get different vibes. Cause you know we got projects, then we got tenement blocks, then we got plazas, then we got courtyards. We got all type of shit on the east side of Harlem, you understand? And we got all type of different cultures and diverse set of people. So depending on where you at in the east side of Harlem, that's the type of vibe you'll get for real, you know what I mean?
What's the real reason you started this music shit?
The lifestyle, you understand? On my perspective, on my opinion, like the lifestyle, that's why I started making music. Like to present the lifestyle, because niggas wasn't really delivering that or giving that lifestyle from the little area that I'm from on the east side of Harlem, you know what I mean? Because really no rap niggas come from my side of town. Black Raw and G-Dep, you dig it? Word.
Are those some of the people that kind of motivated you to do this shit as well?
Nah, I was really motivated by Dipset, Cam, Jim Jones, them niggas, cause I really know them niggas is family. Then music in general, I was always into music, but niggas from my side, I started battle rapping before rapping, so my man made me want battle rap and shit, but music itself, the culture of music and all that, I was always into music and shit, word.
So when you was battle rapping, was you writing your verses down during the week practicing? How that work?
See, battle rap, when I began battle rap, it was in high school. My man I used to always be with in high school, he used to battle rap and shit. He used to pull up at different high schools, and then sometimes I see some niggas try to jump him and shit with rapping and shit. And I began not writing, just observing the situation and just violating niggas, because we was already thugging and bugging, so I could say whatever, but it was real shit. So I began off not writing. Then I fell in love with writing because I was always fucking with English, so I was writing. I used to write for real.
Okay. What was the first song you put out?
The first song, period?
Yeah.
Shit, the first song I did in the video I could think of is Hate in Your Blood. If you look at that, One Shot Dealz, Hate in Your Blood. That shit's crazy. That shit was a freestyle, but I made a song, structure out that shit. It's called Hate in Your Blood. You can see that shit. Where I grew from a lot from that shit.
Now, did you always have your business together when it came to making money from music, or were you dropping music for free at one point?
I was always dropping music for free until recently. I never dropped music the right way. I was always just doing music because I love to do it, just to get it out there. Niggas fucking with me and all that, and I was actually loving to do it. You know what I mean? But I ain't never make no money with no music, for real. I just recently dropped my first single the correct way on iTunes, Apple Music, registered it, monetized it, and all that. Real reason, tap in. And also, I got another record called Save Me with the Red Deshawn, so them two records is my first two records I dropped officially, you know what I mean?
So how'd you link up and actually put that song together? I noticed it's got 100,000 views in about a few weeks. So what was the recording process like?
With the Raz? Yeah, that's the bro. So Save Me, he actually sent that shit to me 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, and I went in the studio the next day and did that verse, you know what I mean, for bro and shit. But yeah, me and bro already had that vibe and shit. We in the studio all the time together and shit. And he just hit me up one day hey, yo bro, look at your text messages, send me that. And that shit hit different. Word.
Y'all got any other unreleased music coming out?
Hell yeah, me and the rest got wild music in the cut, you know what I mean? But it's just all about strategy, you know what I mean? Word. Well, we got wild dope shit.
In your YouTube bio, it says you're a Rider Nation artist. Can you talk to us about that group of people? Like,
Yeah, Rider Nation is an independent brand, label, and all that, you know. At first it was Rider, now I revamped it to Rider Nation. It's from the block. It's a lot of independent artists under it, also from my neighborhood, but you know, that's what we pushing, the brand Rider, for real. Wow.
was it ever a specific thing that motivated you? Like, you gotta blow up with this music shit? Like,
Hell yeah, I beat my case in trials 2011. That's when I started rapping for real. With this, I started Rider, got my neck tatted. I named my son middle name Rider. You know what I mean? I've been going hard. I lost a lot of niggas to the streets, to the jail system, to the grave. A lot of niggas jumped ship, you know what I mean? But I just stood hard, went hard. You know what I mean? Cashed out on the Rider Nation piece to put on for this shit for real, you know what I mean? So that's the independent part of this shit. Word.
so before this music shit, did you ever have any like sports dreams?
Nah, you know, any nigga from the hood always wanted to be in the NBA, you know, like, but I was really no athlete. I was playing sports and shit as a young nigga, but I was always in the streets hustling. I was always hustling for my moms and pops and shit. I was always in the basketball teams and all that shit, but I was always smoking weed since 12 years old. But I still went to school, finished high school, went to college, all that shit, but I was just always in the streets hustling for real. So like, I ain't really had no NBA dreams, no NFL dreams and all that shit for real. Like, I was just grinding for real, and I just fell in love with the music later on in life. Word.
Now, you said you started smoking weed in 2012, so
No,
could,
at 12
at
years
12
old.
years old, okay, so could you give us, like, do you remember that first time?
Hell yeah.
So
my
let
pops
folks
was a joint
know.
for me. You know, my pops is a Rastafarian and all that. I mean, so I'm Jamaican, Italian, Puerto Rican, so I grew up with all them cultures, but smoking a chalice is a Jamaican bong, nigga, that's culture and all that. You know, you pray before you smoke, you know what I mean? Give blessings and you smoke. And it's, you know, it's more of a spiritual thing, more than just getting high. Like, you know, we just typically roll up and get high thinking it's cool being young. Like, it was really more responsibilities than at the end of the day I was smoking and shit for real. You know, I used to overdo it also, but yeah. I started smoking chocolate. If y'all niggas know what chocolate is, nigga, but you know, it's a trillion different Zy flavors now, but yeah, chocolate. That's, you know, I was smoking back in the day.
So chocolate, tell the folks what that is. Like, it's a weed strain?
Yeah, it's a weed strain.
Okay.
Chocolate, top, black, chocolate. Yeah.
Is that normally predominant in New York?
Yeah, it was predominantly in New York, but niggas knew about the vibe. Niggas that was really getting money. Like, you mix the chocolate with the dro, chocolate with the sour, chocolate with the haze, you know, called the beef and broccoli. You know what I mean? That's the backwood. Before the backwood days, that's the Dutch days, the Phillies, the whiteout days and all that.
So I noticed you was on tour. Talk to us about that and the whole experience.
Well, with DMX, I was on tour with DMX for like 4 years. I was fucking with DMX off and on. He did the year for IRS and all that, so when he came home, we set up the 20th anniversary tour. We did like 50 different cities and shit, the bus tour. That shit was a priceless experience. Like, every show felt like the first show. Shit was crazy. Had to make niggas believe it's every show on tour, cause niggas didn't know who the fuck I was. Like, DMX basically deboed me into the situation, and like the club promoters or the venue promoters, they know shit about me until we pulled up, and dog was like, nigga, I ain't performing unless Dealz perform. And he kept it solid, nigga, for 3-4 years straight. Word. I got a record with DMX, I ain't dropping it, cut too, you heard? I'm gonna situate that shit soon too.
So you can put that out whenever.
I don't know, I'm gonna put it out whenever. Word. That was my bro, so it was a different vibe.
So I heard something earlier about a tour contract. Did you have to sign one of those?
Nah, I never signed no contract.
So you just jumped on tour? And just...
Yeah, just stuck in a bucket right before a dog. Every show, opening up for dog.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What song was you performing in? Like, when you was opening up, what was the one you could get the crowd going with?
Shit, I performed. My set was like 15 to 30 minutes every show, depending on the time we hit the venue and all that. Like, my shit was like, I had a show set, like, I bring a different vibe. Like, I start off like with an intro of one of my old projects, Blue Smoke. I start off with the intro of that, and I don't really remember the song format, but I got videos and shit. But what I ended it with was some shit called Capiche. By the end of my set, by the time I did Capiche, niggas was fucking with it. Like, You know, it was times like, alright, the first song, they like, how the fuck is this nigga? Because they want to see DMX. Second, then I'm vibing, I'm making nigga. By the time I ended my set, it was like, alright.
Can you give us a lyric or a bar off of Capiche?
Capiche nigga said, got my little brother fucking while she sucking on my dick. Capiche? You know what I mean? But that's the end of the bar. Like, that was like, alright. But it was more like Capiche, 10-4. Right. None of you niggas want beef. None of them niggas want war. All these niggas really want peace. But it's like the vibe was different. My son from Paris did the beat. My son Germs. But
like Blood Son, like.
Nah, my homie, like
okay.
my homeboy Germs from Paris. He did the beat for Capiche and shit. But yeah, like one time on tour I was in VA. I remember that shit. Like after my first song and shit, in the beginning of the tour, not the 20th anniversary tour, before we did the 20th anniversary, when we was doing shows sporadically. I'm like, after my first song, I'm like, yeah, y'all niggas just fuck with me? Nigga, they like, nah, boo. I'm like, but the way I responded to that shit, like, I don't give a fuck anyway. I go, we swagged it out, right? By the end of that show, they loved me. You heard? They like, alright, they love me. Dig it. Then as the shows went by, I started to hear niggas in the crowd like, alright, calling my name. Like one shot there, like, I'm high devil. Like, nah, I was like fans. I was growing fans for real, bro. But I never had my business part of this shit right. So it's like, I'm doing these set shows, but it's like I wasn't pushing no single. I ain't have no single that they could gravitate, Shazam while I'm performing. Like, what the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this nigga? You know, like, you dig it? Wasn't pulling up to no radios. They ain't have no PR, no none of that. You dig it? I was just like, it was just a blessing to be on that platform, but I ain't really capitalize it on some business shit because I ain't know nothing about the business. You dig it? But you know, I appreciate that shit because nigga dog really winged the nigga. Shout out to my bro Pat. Divine Bars, you dig? Like, if it wasn't for him, it would have never been none of that, you know what I mean? Like, when I was on the run, Divine Bars kept me in the studio. When I came off on the run, he called me one day, asked me to open up for DMX in PA, March 16, 2016. Then it was Murder, She Wrote, nigga. Word from there, I was fucking with Dog hard, you know what I mean?
So what's the recording process like? Are you punching in, you writing your shit down, or you just freestyle?
I do all three. I come from writing. Like when I first started writing records, cause I come from nigga. I'm coming from the hood when niggas is recording in the projects in the closet and all that. I'm like nigga, I'm finding studios downtown. Shout out to Lowfish Studios. I used to go to that shit back in the days. It was like $45 an hour at the time. That was cheap now, but it was expensive back in the days. You know what I mean? The prices, but I was going there and I used to write my shit. I'm like, you know, studio time is money, so I got going there with my records ready. But now I just be like, I be punching niggas. It's a vibe. I learned the vibe. It was a vibe process. Or sometimes I be in the studio, I listen to a record, and I do a verse in my head, and I deliver that shit. It's just all about the vibe and energy, bro. Word.
So when it comes to New York and Atlanta, which city or state necessarily do you feel is easier to blow up out of?
Anywhere is easier to blow up out of. You gotta put that work, but I come from New York. You know, my influence in the streets and all that. I fuck with everybody, you know. Everybody fuck with me. I ain't got no bad blood with nobody. But with the music shit, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. There's no support, or you gotta catch a body. Everybody gotta know. You gotta get locked up for the body, beat the body, come home, and niggas is on your dick and all that shit. That's the shit I feel like you gotta be on in New York and all that. You understand? And it's sickening. Even when niggas know your body, they don't even need to know none of that. When they know your body already, just I don't know. But it's love in Atlanta too. It's support and love everywhere though. But fuck with Atlanta's a peace of mind because I ain't got too much distractions out here like New York. You dig it? Word.
What's your definition of having a sauce in the streets?
What's my definition of having a sauce in the streets? Being silent, being sucker free. Not being a fuckboy or rat nigga, snitch nigga, being face card good everywhere, you heard? That's why I go all around the world. I'm Gucci, I don't give a fuck what neighborhood it is, you heard? I ain't never do no bad business. Like I said, got no bad blood with nobody, so it's all love. But it's like what you gonna put your shit to in the streets. You got some sauce in the streets, you wanna keep it some street shit, or you got your sauce in the streets trying to build your brand. However you do, whatever you decide to do, just make sure you know you solid 100 through all the whole process, that's it. So being sucker free is my sauce in the streets, you heard? Out loud.
Most definitely. You got anything else you want to let them folks know?
Yeah, follow my Instagram, follow my YouTube, follow my motherfucking TikTok, all that, all the social media platforms. One Shot Dealz, the number one shot DEALZ, and tap in all my new music, Apple Music, iTunes, the same name. You heard? Word. I'm about to fuck this whole shit. Hello. Ride the music.